What up, world? It is finally that time of year, man. Fall is in the air, leaves changing colors, but more importantly, the NFL is back. Um, the scheduling committee, first off, did the Panthers ultra dirty by having the Super Bowl rematch, the very first game of the year in Denver, but no Peyton. They're starting. I don't even know who they're starting. Mark Sanchez didn't even make the team. I have zero faith in the Broncos offense now, man. Now that they don't have Peyton, I don't have to pull for Denver. Cam is going to be on a mission this year. Um, so I mean, they might get the banner, but I mean, I don't see Denver. I don't see Denver winning this Thursday night game. And isn't there like a string of consistent? The Super Bowl champ, defending champ, has won every season opener for however many years. I got two of my dogs with me. My man Legacy, who has been on my channel previously, but not in a sports video, and my dog Old Pizzle Orlando. He is a mainstay in these sports prediction videos, whether it's championship, playoffs, regular season. Before every season starts, I drop my predictions, man. So first we gonna throw it to my man Legacy Jay Merritt, VA Legacy Boys in this fantasy football game that he is about to get dropped in two different leagues. So let's throw it to him, and he gonna give y'all his AFC predictions right quick.
What's going on? I just want to do my 2016 NFL prediction. Now for the AFC East. I gotta go with the Patriots, man. I'm gonna go, 11-5. Like I think the Patriots. I do think that they're gonna probably lose three of them first four. I just believe that. I just believe that without Tom Brady, they can't. They're not gonna be. I think people giving them too much credit, thinking that they even gonna pull out half of those four games that he's gonna be suspended. But we could see. But the Buffalo Bills is interesting, man, because I really think that Tyrod Taylor is coming. Like I think he feels the same way Russell Wilson felt. Like, he finally got his shot, and when he finally got to play, he realized that he could be a star in the league. Tyrod Taylor is going to be a problem this year. Like I think Tyrod Taylor is going to come. I think the Buffalo Bills with their coach, their defense, Tyrod Taylor, Sammy Watkins, like I really think that they could surprise the Patriots, especially if the Patriots start off losing three of those first four games, and the Buffalo Bills pull off three or four of their first games like that. That'll make that interesting. I don't care about the Jets. I just don't. The Dolphins either. I really do hope Arian Foster have a good year though, because Arian Foster is one of my favorite players in the NFL. But I just see I just see the Dolphins just being lackluster. AFC North. I gotta go with the Steelers. My girl will be happy to hear that she's a Steelers fan. I gotta go with the Steelers. I'm thinking 11-5, but I do think the Bengals are gonna be right on their heels at 10-6. But they replaced their coach. They got a new philosophy to learn. It's just a whole different atmosphere for the Bengals, which might work out for them. But I just think the Steelers, they got too much. Antonio Brown, like they got too much, man. Like weapon wise, like the Steelers is tough. They're a veteran team. They know how to win. They know how to get to the playoffs. If Ben stay healthy, the Steelers are a problem. I'm looking to see what RG3 going to do for Cleveland, though. I am interested in that. I think that with a new star, a new coach that believe in him, and a smaller market, I think that RG3 is going to show improve this year. I really do. Like, I've picked him up as a sleeper just on my bench, just in case he do show out. So, I'm interested to see that. The AFC South, this is interesting to me. Um, I'm going to go with the Colts. But I'm hesitant. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go with the Colts, but I'm hesitant. The offensive line is trash. They just are, dude. They do not protect Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck is probably top four quarterbacks in the league if he could get protection. He does not get protection. He gets knocked out all the time. Like that's why injuries has been stacking up because he does not get the protection he needs. And they don't got no running game. Like this is like 6 years in a row that that they don't got no running game. I don't understand that. Like, how they don't have no running game? Like, they've had plenty of time to build a running game, and they just haven't. Um, I hate the Houston Texans. They do look impressive, but J.J. Watts is the heart of that team, and he's injured, so I don't know. And Jacksonville could be interesting too. Like, Jacksonville could be interesting. I think I'm gonna give it to Indianapolis, but don't hold me to that word, man, because I really don't think that the Colts is going to protect Luck the way that he needs to be protected to make the impact that Andrew Luck could make if he played for a better line. Um, AFC West. I really think the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders are going to finish the season 10-6. I think they're going to finish 10-6. Now, so I mean, I guess that comes down to who wins between them two. Um, I don't really know. I just think that both of those, Oakland is tough. Like, I think nobody's thinking about them. They're used to them being trash, but they got a good defense, and they got some offensive weapons too that nobody's thinking about. Kansas City has been right on the verge, right at 10-6 the last 3 or 4 seasons. So I'm expecting them to do the same thing they've been doing and just get near the playoffs and get into playoffs and then lose. Like, that's what they do. So the Broncos is gonna fall off. Well, they're on their high horse. I don't think they're gonna be the same. So I'm looking forward to see how that goes with them. But I think it's either Kansas City or Oakland.
For the AFC, see, I had written down a list at work, and then I misplaced it, man. I just spent like an hour and a half looking for this motherfucker, and I finally found it, so I don't have to try to remember what I wrote down. In the AFC East, I got New England finishing, because look, Brady finally accepted that suspension. He could be out, and they could go 1-3. I don't think the Bills, nor the Jets, nor the Dolphins have what it takes to capitalize on that 4-game suspension. So I got the Patriots winning the division again, and then Dolphins, Bills, Jets. In the AFC North, I got Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Browns, but I'm not convinced of my own prediction. So really the Bengals, Steelers, and Ravens could all be interchangeable. And then unless RG3 just goes off, Josh Gordon come back from suspension and goes off, their defense clams down. I don't know. The Browns ain't gonna make it out the basement again, man. And there was a glimmer of hope, man. They were fighting for a wild card up until like week 14 last year, right? My stomping grounds, man. The AFC South, Coast Nation. What up? Um, I'm skeptical about my squad, man. Not because last year, man. Luck was hurt last year. I think he was hurt in week 1, and then when they played the Broncos and he got that laceration or whatever it was, that was just a nail in the coffin for the season. Um, it's not Luck, man. Luck could be an MVP candidate, but our skill position players have to show up, and T.Y. Hilton, my stomping grounds, man. The AFC South, Coast Nation. What up? Um, I'm skeptical about my squad, man. Not because last year, man. Luck was hurt last year. I think he was hurt in week 1, and then when they played the Broncos and he got that laceration or whatever it was, that was just a nail in the coffin for the season. Um, it's not Luck, man. Luck could be an MVP candidate, but our skill position players have to show up, and T.Y. Hilton aside, maybe Dante Moncrief aside, I'm just not sure what we can do, man. I hope Gore gets retribution and runs for 1,000 plus. Man, we need Frank Gore to have an early Edgerrin James career rushing season, man, because we're like one of the bottom teams in the league since that hasn't had 1,000-yard rusher. And then I really pray that Antonio Cromartie have an impact, especially while Vontae Davis is out. But man, if that toilet paper soft offensive line doesn't protect Luck, man, we're not gonna do nothing. But at the same time, I got us winning the division basically no matter what. Cause I'm not putting no faith in. It's not even a homer pick. I'm not putting no faith in Brock Osweiler. J.J. Watt can't do it all. DeAndre Hopkins can't do it all. Um, Clowney has yet to prove himself. Clowney got hype off of one play, and it went number one, and has been hurt ever since he got drafted, man. So I don't see Houston doing anything, man. Then Jacksonville and Tennessee, man, they could surprise a lot of teams, man. Like I don't think the Colts run the table in the division anymore because Jacksonville could get a win, Tennessee could get a win. If DeMarco Murray goes back to his Cowboy running days, the AFC South is in trouble. And then man, Blake Bortles, like I said, Jacksonville could surprise, but I don't see Jacksonville or Tennessee being a division winner. And then the AFC West, like I said when the video started, man, Denver is going to struggle to fit. Like I posted on Twitter like a week or so ago. The 2016 Denver Broncos are the 1999 Chicago Bulls. Yes, yo, franchise is coming off a Super Bowl win. But who all do you have that won that ring, man? No Jordan, no Pippen, no Rodman, Kukoc, Longley. So basically, no Peyton makes up for all them dudes. You got your Demarius Thomas, but the quarterback got to make the pass. You got your Emmanuel Sanders, but the quarterback got to make the pass. You got your Von Miller, but unless they're getting interceptions and fumble recoveries, sack fumbles and all that, they're not winning too many games based on defense. So I got the Chiefs winning the division. Andy Reid is gonna keep them progressing. And then the Raiders in second, then the Broncos, then the Chargers. It's too much drama going on in San Diego, man. I don't see any improvement. Let's throw it to O'Pizzle, and he gonna give y'all his AFC predictions right quick. Oh, okay, that was my dog. Oh, that was his AFC. And now we're gonna jump into the NFC, man. Like I'm giving my predictions slash controlling traffic and whatnot. Take this lane, take this lane, take this exit. So now we gonna go to Jay Merritt, and he gonna tell y'all the NFC. He got stock in the NFC, being a Cowboys fan.
I'm gonna start with the NFC East because that's home for me. I'm going with my Cowboys 11-5. I think the one thing that's going to benefit them is that um, Dak is going to start this season as the starting quarterback. I think part of the problem with the Cowboys last year was Tony Romo came out playing so well, everybody was acclimated to him. And then he went down and they didn't know what to do. They've been preseason with Dak. They started the season with Dak. They've been working with Dak. I think that Dak, he brings a different attitude to, the Dallas Cowboys as far as how he plays. He plays like Russell Wilson, so he brings a different dynamic that they're not used to. But I think it's going to work out for them. I think the Cowboys are going to go 11-5. I think they're going to surprise this year. Good running back, great receivers. The defense is still a little need work, but I think offensive power alone is going to be enough for the Cowboys because the NFC East is just weak. The Giants are weak, and they got a new coach coming in. So that's a whole different thing. The Eagles is trash. And the Redskins are on their high horse from last year for just making the playoffs barely. I don't see them doing anything, to be honest. So I'm going with the Cowboys in NFC East. NFC North. Man, I'm going to have to go with the Packers, man. I think the Packers might, come through and go 11-5. Maybe 12-4. Like, the Vikings lost their quarterback. The Lions without Megatron and Jay Cutler, Bears. Like, Jay Cutler he don't even care about football. So, I just don't see nobody contending with the Packers. And I think Aaron Rodgers got something to prove after how last year went. NFC South. I'm gonna go with the Panthers, man. I think the Bucks are gonna make a lot more noise this year with Winston. I think Winston is gonna come out and show out this year, but I just don't think they're gonna be enough to be better than the Panthers. Atlanta, and the Saints, just injuries. Like, injuries have killed the Saints, so that's gonna hurt the Saints. NFC West. I gotta go with Seattle, 12-4, man. Russell Wilson, not Russell Westbrook, thinking basketball. Russell Wilson, I think he found himself the second part of last season. Like I think he's gotten the rap for being a game manager and having Marshawn Lynch and the defense. And I think when the defense wasn't as great last year and Marshawn went down and he had to put the team on his back, I think he realized that hey, I could do this. Like I'm one of the best players in this league. So I see Russell Wilson continuing that. Like I don't see him stopping. And I think the defense has got something to prove too. I think they feel like last year, like all the talk of the Broncos defense and the Panthers defense, I think they feel like people are looking at them as third best, and I don't think they like that. That ain't the Seattle way. So I think they're gonna be back fighting. But I mean, you gotta also look at the Cardinals are gonna be tough. They were tough last year. They're gonna be tough. The Rams are just too new location, new build. I don't think the Rams are gonna be much of a problem. And San Francisco is just too many issues. They don't know who their quarterback is. They injured. All the drama that surrounds San Francisco. So I just think Seattle's gonna run away with that 12-4.
Okay, that's what he thought about the NFC. Now it's your boy time to talk, man. The floor is mine. Everybody know, even fans of this division, teams in this division should know, the NFC East is ass. You could rally off. You could have a raffle. You could raffle off and blindfold pick. Oh this team, and that's who can win the NFC East, man. Especially since Tony Romo got hurt and they signed Mark Sanchez because Denver cut that ass. Why do the Cowboys always end up picking up the Broncos cut quarterbacks, man? Kyle Orton. I'm sure there was others, but is Sanchez gonna mentor Dak Prescott, who been killing in the preseason? I really want to see this dude be successful. If Prescott can carry this team, they got the offensive line. Ezekiel Elliott should murder, and they defense been legit enough. The Cowboys could win, and then I don't have faith in Kirk Cousins. I don't believe in the Redskins. I don't believe in Gruden. And then Philly just traded Bradford. So literally just traded Bradford. So I don't see what's his name, Carson Wentz, carrying his team to a division title and the playoffs. So that leaves the Giants, new coach, but I feel like this is gonna be a Jim Caldwell type season. For this first season, the new coaching staff in New York is just gonna run Tom Coughlin playbook because that's what Eli comfortable with, and they'll ease him out of that. ODB, Victor Cruz back. So I'm going to say the Giants narrowly escape with the NFC East, then the Cowboys, then the Skins, then the Eagles. The NFC North, with Jordy Nelson back, I just don't see how the Packers don't win. Teddy Bridge is injured. I want. I don't know what Bradford contract looked like, but I want this to be a redemption year for Sam Bradford because I think the Rams gave up on him too fast, and Chip Kelly is a mess, so he wasn't gonna thrive in Philly anyway. I want Sam Bradford to prove that he can hang in this league, and I want him to at least carry the Vikings to the playoffs, stay healthy, make sure Adrian Peterson get his touches, and then just hit the dudes in the end zone, protect the football. I root for Sam Bradford. I'm pulling for the kid. I got the Lions third. I was gonna switch it and put the Lions second in that division, but then the trade happened, so I'm gonna still keep the Vikings second, and then Chicago. Chicago's last. Chicago was a mess too. Who's their coach? They got the coach that took Denver to the Super Bowl, but lost. John Fox. The Bears got John Fox, and he about to be on the hot seat because they ain't gonna do shit. He could be a midseason fire, honestly. So that's Packers, Vikings, Lions, Bears. The NFC South is the Panthers, Saints, Falcons, Bucks. I want to see improvement from Jameis. I don't see them finishing any better than last in the division, though, even if they win like 9 games. I think the Panthers repeat as champs, then the Falcons, and then the Saints, and then the Bucks. NFC West, probably the most interesting division in the NFL. Carson Palmer, my fantasy quarterback in one of my leagues, man. So I need him to stay healthy. I need him to hit Larry Fitz. I need him to hit Michael Floyd. I need them to take care of the football. I got the Cardinals winning that division, and then Seattle. Everybody is dick riding Seattle hard, but without Marshawn Lynch, man, that's gonna make an impact. I mean, you seen that they was a wild card team last year, and a healthy beast mode probably would have got them a first round bye. And then the Rams, and then the Niners. I dislike the shit out of Chip Kelly. I don't think that he can coach in the NFL. That Oregon hold the ball for 2 seconds, snap it, run to the line, snap it again. That shit don't work in the pros. And then he just made Blaine Gabbert the starter over Kaepernick. Drama and social commentary aside, Colin Kaepernick should have started. And maybe to keep him off the podium, that's the only reason why the Niners made Gabbert the starter. They just by making Blaine Gabbert the starter, the Niners just earned themselves the number one pick in next year's draft, which is in Philly. Crazy, right? Orlando, I'm gonna throw it to you, dog. Tell them how the NFC is about to roll. I'm gonna give y'all my playoff teams, man. In the AFC, I got Cincinnati, and then I got Kansas City getting first round byes. New England third, the Colts fourth, and then I got the Steelers and the Ravens getting the 2 wild card spots. But the AFC North is, like I said, those 3 teams are interchangeable. Pitt could win if Antonio Brown has this monster season, and then they got Martavis Bryant. The Steelers could be the number 1 overall seed, man. But on Thanksgiving, the Colts is gonna give them hell. So then I want to root for the Ravens. All them fucking injuries they coming off. Joe Flacco, Steve Smith in particular. I want to see them succeed. And Steve Smith was supposed to retire, but he came back to lace them up one more time. NFC playoffs. 1 seed, I got Arizona. 2 seed, I got Green Bay. I got the Panthers in third. I mean, they were so successful last year, man. You got to expect them to drop off a little bit. They still win the division. They still make the playoffs. They just not going to be number 1 overall, in my opinion. And then the New York Giants desperately making that 4th seed. The NFL needs to go just top 6 teams, man. Top 6 teams make the playoffs. Who cares if every division has a representative? I got the Seahawks in third, and I had the Vikings in the 6th seed. That's that last wild card team. This Bradford trade is what makes me want to give it to Atlanta. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go against my notes, and the wild card teams are gonna be the Seahawks and the Falcons. Okay, Merritt, what is your MVP pick, cuz?
MVP. I got Russell Wilson winning MVP. I think that he's going to have the biggest impact on his team. I think he's going to carry them. I think he's going to make it. I think it's not going to be debatable who team it is anymore. And I think that he's going to be ready to show and prove, man. I think his numbers are going to go up. I mean, honestly, the second half of the season last year, Russell Wilson could have been the MVP last year, to be real. Like, he was that good. So I'm expecting him to continue that. That's my predictions, man. Thanks for listening.
Okay, that's who we have for MVP. By MVP, I want to be a homer so much. I want to be a homer, and I want to say, look, he wins comeback player of the year, he wins MVP. Our position players have to show up for that to happen. So I'm going to make the safe pick. I'm going to catch hate. But I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers wins MVP. Because, I mean, you damn sure know Brady ain't about to win that shit. Cam could repeat, though. I mean, if the Bengals get number 1 overall, man, Andy Dalton could get it. There's so many potential, but never happened before MVP candidates. So I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers and hope I'm wrong. I would love for Cam to repeat because Cam going to celebrate. Cam going to get so much hate, and that makes me want to root for Cam. But I mean, Luck needs to prove himself, man. I love Andrew Luck. As a Colts fan, I see every game, but nationwide, worldwide, Andrew Luck is still underrated. Orlando, let them know who you got for MVP, big dog. So man, that's what we got, man. What y'all think? Who's gonna win MVP? What are y'all playoff teams, both conferences, man? Let us know. Drop a comment. Hey, I'm not horrible at this, man. I'm a repeat as Pigskin Pick'em champ. I'm not sharing the crown this year, and I'm in two fantasy leagues, and I'm coming for the throne in both of them too. Like, subscribe, comment. Find us where you find us, man. You want to get in contact with us in the other social medias. Stay tuned for the end credits. Peace.